Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you all are able to get into your slideshow easy this morning. Our focus today is going to be on ratios. You can see that I have the standard posted and the objective posted. Remember, while you're at home, you're going to go through this slideshow, this video. You're going to watch a video on ratios. You're going to get introduced to what a ratio is. You're going to do some practice with it and take notes. When you return to the classroom with me, we're going to go more in depth. We're going to do some practice together. You'll do some practice through a Blooket, and then we'll assess how well you understand the ratio topic. So you can see that the standard is posted. We are really going to focus on what a ratio is and get the basics today. We'll get more into rates and the comparison part of part to part and part to whole later on. You can also see the objective on the screen. So there's a video here that you're going to watch. It is an introductory video about ratios. It's going to take you step by step through what a ratio is and give you some examples. I'm going to let you do that on your own time, so I'm going to keep going with this video, but it is very important that you do watch the YouTube video. It will help you get a really good understanding of ratios. So take the time to do that. Here, I do want you to take notes in your interactive notebook. I hope that you have that prepared and out ready to do that. So what is a ratio? What do we call a ratio between two or more quantities? And that is a ratio. So a ratio is comparing two quantities. So cats to dogs or boys to girls, apples to oranges. It can compare three things. It can compare four things. So apples to oranges to bananas. That is what a ratio is. So the next slide is going to explain some important things about ratios. It's important to remember that order matters with ratios. For example, if there are 5 cats in a room and 2 dogs, and the question is, what's the ratio of dogs to cats? We must put dogs first. So because it said dogs first and then cats, it's going to be 2 to 5. And that's how you read a ratio, 2 to 5. Ratios can be written three ways. We can write them as fractional, as seen, 3 to 4. We can write them using a colon, 3 to 4, or you can write it using the word 2. Lastly, ratios must be simplified. We've previously learned how to simplify fractions. It's the exact same with ratios. However, when you're simplifying ratios, it's okay if the top number, what we would call the numerator, is bigger than the bottom number, what we would call the denominator with a fraction. That's going to be okay with ratios. Lastly, here's an example that we're going to talk about. Jot this down in your interactive notebook when you return to the classroom tomorrow. We're going to spend some more time together looking in this more detail. But I do want you to have the basic understanding of ratios when you come into class so that we can hit the ground running with our group work and our final our assessment for this, not our final assessment. The ratio, so it says, what is the ratio of stars to moons? There are 6 stars and 2 moons. Therefore, the ratio is 6 to 2 because we can see that there are 6 stars on the screen and there are 2 moons. Therefore, our ratio would be 6 to 2. However, we must simplify, so we have to reduce this ratio to 3 to 1. If there are any questions about ratios, please feel free to reach out to me through email this evening. Tomorrow, we will go into this more depth. You can write down any questions you have and bring them to the classroom tomorrow. Hope you have a good evening. Thanks.